There have been a plethora of new PlayStation 4 and even a PlayStation 5 game revealed recently, and I want to highlight all of that. We're going to go over 10 recently revealed PS4 and PS5 games. The PS5 game is just one PS5 game, and it's a cross-generational title, so bear that in mind. A lot of these games are a little bit smaller in notoriety, however, I do think it's important to cover those titles so they get a little bit of attention and you guys are in the know on what's coming out, because there are a lot of cool games coming out. So without further ado, we've got 10 games to go over, so I'll try to get through each of them as quick as possible. First up, we have Outriders. Outriders was already announced for the PlayStation 4, but publisher Square Enix and developer People Can Fly have released the reveal trailer for the game, and now we know it's a cooperative RPG shooter, and it will be coming to the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. Specifically, it's detailed as an RPG shooter set in an original, dark, and desperate sci-fi universe. As mankind bleeds out in the trenches of Enoch, you'll create your own Outrider and embark on a journey across a hostile planet. With rich storytelling spanning a diverse world, you'll leave behind the slums and shanty towns of the first city and traverse forests, mountains, and deserts in pursuit of a mysterious signal, combining intense gunplay with violent powers along with an arsenal of increasingly twisted weaponry and gear sets. Outriders offers countless hours of gameplay from one of the finest shooter studios in the industry. Now, the issue with Outriders, actually, well, I should say the thing about Outriders, there should be a lot of pressure on Square Enix right now to establish some marquee franchises that they can rely on for the next few years, and I think Outriders can be exactly that. They've tried to establish other games, they've tried to make new IPs, whether it be Quiet Man, Left Alive, and they haven't turned out that well. I really want Square Enix to get on their game. Their Japanese titles are always going to be there, and they're going to do well, but they need to establish some Western titles, and I think Outriders can be exactly that. And with a talented studio like People Can Fly, this has all the makings to be a really great game, and it will be coming holiday 2020. Alright, the 9 games we're going to go over after that are all PlayStation 4 titles, so do bear that in mind. First up, we have Bloodroots, an ultra-violent ballet of destruction that is out February 28th. It's a Weird West revenge story unfolding in between bouts of blood-soaked, action-packed insanity. It's got a really great art style and definitely some cool presentation. The PlayStation blog has an in-depth post on it, so I'd highly recommend you guys to check that out if you guys are interested. The Blood Beast gang is at the center of the game story. The pack is led by Mr. Black Wolf. Along his ranks, there is Mr. Boar, a foul-mouthed dandy that will go to great lengths to protect his land and riches, even if it means sacrificing his own soldiers to do so. The youngest recruit is Mr. Bison. Fueled by the hyperactive nature, she is always thirsty for some bloody action. Finally, you have Miss Crow, who is the one that has seen it all. Her wisdom and crafty nature makes her an indispensable ally to the beast. It's a very interesting game, and again, it will be out February 28th. Next up, we've got another really well-presented title, and that is the detective noir adventure game in Backbone. It's coming to PS4 in early 2021, and a free demo is actually available on PC right now, so you can check it out through that. Backbone is a noir-inspired detective adventure. Step into the shoes of an anthropomorphic raccoon and private eye Howard Loader and explore the beautifully rendered 2.5D pixel art environments of dystopian Vancouver, and I have to say, from an art style standpoint, this game looks fantastic. Loader is smart, self-assured, and set in his ways. Caught in the tedium of day-to-day life, he's resigned to the abuses of the authoritative regime in power and compliant with the systematic inequality that permeates society, but a string of cases that grow progressively more outlandish will put his worldview to the test. Key features include a dark story set in a dystopian animal society where social class is dictated by species. Very interesting premise on that end. As a detective, sniff out clues and evidence, interrogate witnesses, solve stealth puzzles, and choose which leads to follow. Stunning combination of high-resolution pixel art and Unreal Engine tools like volumetric lighting and particle effects and custom materials. Non-linear conversations with a diverse cast of characters inspired by old-school RPGs. Technologies: Unreal Engine 4, game size 6 to 8 hours, languages it'll be in English, Russian, and Chinese, and gameplay-wise, it's got a cinematic detective adventure with stealth puzzles and branching dialogues. Again, rather interesting game. It's not going to be out for a while, but you can check out a free demo on PC, and not a difficult game to run, so even if you're on a lower-end PC, that shouldn't be a problem, and the detective noir adventure in Backbone will be out on PS4 in early 2021. Next up, we've got the story-driven open-world game in Cloudpunk that has added PlayStation 4, and it will be coming to Xbox One and Nintendo Switch. The story-driven open-world title in Cloudpunk will launch for PlayStation 4 later in 2020, in addition to its previously announced PC version, and this is a game with another very interesting and stunning graphic style. A stunning voxel graphics art style brings the open-world city of Novalis to life as Cloudpunk delivers a vibrant, futuristic open world to live in and explore. From the underground nightclubs to the gardens in the sky, the title combines exploration with narrative to provide a compelling take on the cyberpunk genre. Taking inspiration from other story-based titles such as Firewatch and Kentucky Route Zero to story games that are very, very good. Kentucky Route Zero actually just made the transition to PS4. So that's obviously great. Cloudpunk is filled with characters to meet alongside a multitude of stories to discover as you explore the neon-streaked world, which finds inspiration from real places such as Shinjuku in Tokyo, as well as Hong Kong and Seoul. Key features of the game include exploring an immense vertical cyberpunk city with your hover car and on foot, unravel mysteries in a world of corporate conspiracy, hackers, and rogue AI through the eyes of the main character, meet a diverse range of characters, and immerse yourself in their everyday lives. Your decisions will have lasting impacts on the inhabitants of Nivalis. Discover hidden places and items, unlocking additional stories. The game looks rather good, and it will be out later in 2020. Next up, all you fans of action platformers such as Mega Man, listen up, because 20XX is now coming to PlayStation 4. We just got the news on that, and Battery Stable Game has also announced 30XX, a cooperative action platformer sequel to 20XX. It'll be launching to consoles and PC through Steam in 2021. Inspired by classic Mega Man titles and infused with modern designs, 30XX built upon 20XX's mega roguelike foundation with a plethora of new features, including a new high-bit art style from art director Glauber Kotaki, Rogue Legacy, Duelist, as well as Chasm, and a fresh set of 8 new worlds to explore, each with their own identity, platforming mechanics, and fearsome guardian. Beyond the aesthetic overhaul, 20XX heroes Nina and Ace return with a myriad of new abilities, no longer merely wielding different primary weapons. In 30XX, the powerful pair possess entirely distinct movesets, allowing greater freedom of expression for both exploring levels and battling back the machines holding Earth prisoner. Again, if you're a fan of games like Mega Man like I am, this is going to be right up your alley. An awesome old school art style to this one as well. Definitely harkens back to Mega Man, but at the same time it offers its own unique playstyle and gameplay elements, so that is very much exciting, and that will be coming sometime in 2021. Next up, here's a game I mentioned a little bit about. Academy-themed strategy RPG in Wintermore Tactics Club is coming to the PlayStation 4, and this is due out in the spring of this year. It notes, it was hard enough for Alicia to make friends at prestigious Wintermore Academy before the whole school erupted into a snowball tournament. Now her tiny tactics club must transform from nerdy nobodies into the heroes they play in their tabletop campaign, or they'll be disbanded forever. Discover the sinister truth behind the War of the Clubs in a cozy tactics RPG. Test your strategic mettle against an avalanche of strange and colorful characters, and don't forget to make new friends. Unlock your potential, explore the school, and make new friends along the way. This is another one with a really slick art style, and it will be out on PlayStation 4 this spring. Next up, we covered this one recently as well, but the JRPG in Sakura Wars has finally been detailed for the West, and it will be coming April 28th. Sakura Wars is a franchise that's been around for a very long time. It only made a few appearances over here in the West, and they didn't do all too well commercially. Critically, the games have always been well received, but now it's coming back stateside. It won't have English voiceovers, rather just Japanese voiceovers with English subtitles, but that's something I think most people are accustomed to, especially with Sega-published Japanese titles. You can harken to a game like Yakuza, that's very similar. And just the audience Sakura Wars targets, chances are that is going to be an audience that's more so into these Japanese-style games that are probably okay with the Japanese voiceovers. Sakura Wars finally making an impact here over in the West as well. You've got a lot of different gameplay elements to these games, dramatic character interplay, and your character relationships do impact the battle system as well, so that's kind of interesting. Exciting combat payoffs, your bonds with team members flow into the high-energy combat finale of each episode, featuring action-packed fights with giant steam-powered mecha and brilliant anime production, and also the main character design is done by Taiki Kubo. If you don't know who Taiki Kubo is, he is the same artist for Bleach. He's the writer of Bleach. He did Bleach. Obviously, Bleach ended on kind of a down note. I'm not here to get into that tangent right now, and some Bleach fans might absolutely come for my head. But nonetheless, that's a topic that we might cover in an entirely different video, although we don't talk anime all that much. But nonetheless, Sakura Wars is headed to the PlayStation 4 on April 28th. JRPG fans are going to have a busy couple of months with games like Final Fantasy VII Remake, Persona 5 Royal, Thorn Sakura Wars, Thorn Yi's Memories of Celceta, Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel. There's a lot of good stuff on PlayStation 4, and Sakura Wars is just adding to that pile. Next up, we have Totally Reliable Delivery Service, and that'll be launching April 1st. Now, this is a little bit of a zany game. Totally Reliable Delivery Service is a physics-based ragdoll game where you and up to 3 friends haphazardly deliver packages in an interactive sandbox world. The world of Totally Reliable Delivery Service consists of 7 islands that all have their own deliveries, points of interest, and personality. With the world being so large, you will have tons of vehicles that will satisfy your need for speed, just mind the handling. The game also consists of many unique deliveries and tasks that will prove to be an interesting challenge with physics and obstacles that will not work in your favor. Bringing your friends to help may or may not be to your advantage. Are they totally reliable? You've got a variety of different key features, physics engines with hilarious ragdoll characters, 1 to 4 players online and split screen multiplayer, so that's definitely something that's a nice inclusion. Host public or private lobbies to play with your friends, quick join into random public lobbies and make new friends, 100 plus deliveries and objectives, 20 plus land, air, and sea vehicles, countless combinations of character customization options, massive open world to explore, and secrets to find. Totally reliable delivery service will be launching on April 1st. Next up, we have the real-time tactics game in Dog Duty, and that'll be coming to the PlayStation 4 this spring. It's been out on Steam via the form of early access for a little while. Hasn't gotten too strong of an overwhelmingly positive reception in the sense that there haven't been a lot of reviews posted or anything like that, but it is a pretty interesting strategy tactics-based game in its own right. As some evil bigwig octopus commander and his army are threatening world peace, it's up to you and your squad of misfits to eliminate that octo scum, liberate outposts, defeat bosses, and wreck these wicked squids up, but beware, they are well armed. Game was released at $9.99 in early access on PC, and it does have a positive reception on PC by the people that did play the game. 14 Steam user reviews, 92% positive, so an interesting title nonetheless, definitely an old school look to it as well, and if you're into tactics-based titles, this one is probably going to be right up your alley. And lastly, the former Xbox One and PC title will be making the transition to PlayStation 4 in Below, which first launched on Xbox One and PC all the way back in December of 2018, and with that, we are getting a chiller explore mode, which will be available on all platforms as well. You've got reduced survival mechanics in this mode, traps, damage, and death, no instant kills, plus all damage depletes health slowly through bleeding, giving players a chance to recover, and you do also have permanent bonfire checkpoints. The game itself has you test your mettle against the Isle's procedural subterranean labyrinths, explore a large interconnected underworld crawling with cunning wildlife, deadly traps, and stalked by a shadowy presence, survive the perils of the depths, and unearth what lies below or die trying. The game is a procedural terrarium filled with life, mystery, and death. You'll explore, survive, and discover. The game wasn't received super strongly, but the people that did play it seemed to enjoy very positive recent reception on Steam with the 12 user reviews, and then all-time 641 reviews have it at 73% positive, which is mostly positive, 67 on Metacritic, but nice to see it come to the PlayStation 4 as well, and it will be dropping this spring. And that's gonna conclude this video. Again, a lot of PS4 and a PS5 game have been confirmed recently. A lot of these confirmations and revelations are going a little bit under the radar given that it's a busy time in gaming. Man, there's a lot of games coming out, and then with all the talk on the PS5 specifications and things of that sort, there's so much to cover, and a lot of these games do get lost in the shuffle, so I try to do my best to bring them to you guys. Even though all these games might not be up your guys' alley, there are some compelling titles that at the very least, add them to your wish list, see how the reviews turn out, and go from there. I know for a lot of you guys it's not going to be feasible to buy them day one at full price, but down the line on a sale, maybe good buys then. That's going to conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.